mobility is not there as much. If they make a little bit of slight mistake, Turkey can take advantage and just overthrow them immediately. But here on out, we are going to see Turkey having a lot of... Oh no, we are seeing a little bit of flickers come through. So this is a little bit of escape mechanism from their side, knowing for a fact that mobility-wise is a crucial state for Team Cambodia. But this is just us talking about the analysis. Everything is all in the hands of both teams, Turkey and Cambodia. And we talked about how they only have one lifeline. Only one team will be able to survive longer here at the WEC 2025. One must actually say goodbye already to the lower bracket quarterfinals. Another one will have the close call to the grand final.
These teams have been able to work their way into the top 6 of WEC 2025. Neither side will want their journey to end here, but unfortunately the path forward only opens up to one of these squads, which means it all will have to be put on the line right here. Both sides have actually pretty good scaling overall in terms of their draft compositions. Early game might lean a little bit more in the favor of Team Turkey since they are going to be playing a double fighter, and Kimmy is already known to be very oppressive in those first couple of levels. But Cambodia does have answers to this. They have the ability to play fairly aggressively with the Suyo around the level 3 power spike, and then Eve also trades incredibly well in the mid lane. It's going to be up to how well this Minotaur is going to perform, because the overall mobility might fall slightly behind Gatot Kacha.
Agree, definitely. This is where the crucial point where Turkey-wise, they have what it takes to just a little bit control the movement of Cambodia-wise. But then again, Cambodia, they might be able to have a little bit of leeway when it comes to the mid-game. So the question is, who can take the momentum into their own hands? Welcome, everybody, to WEC 2025. We are here at Kuala Lumpur for the lower bracket quarterfinals with the team of Turkey versus Cambodia.
Team Turkey has been a dark horse in the tournament so far, proving that they are more than capable of standing on the international stage. But they are up against last year's second placer, who is very eager to reclaim their position and even beat it this time around. We'll see how the rotations go in the first couple minutes here. They're already doing some trading.
They are coming in for the mid right there. Immediately, Elon will be taken out by Zendaya! With just the first damage of Kimi immediately shut down.
And there's a bit of an underestimation right there. Eve should be capable of matching up to Kimi, but you have to stay at range. In comparison, your roamer is not going to have as much pressure at level 1. So Elan dropping there, going to give Turkey a bit more control over this initial map rotation.
And the fact that right now they're trying to actually do a little bit of invasive action doesn't matter to the side of Team Turkey. They'll be able to pull through, but come back again to the mid lane right here. Nora getting caught up, but still Zendaya just shooing away, saying that back off from my teammate.
And Zendaya doing a very good job right now, as is expected of any Kimi in this position. And as expected, up in the gold lane as well, Baobei going to have a very difficult time up against Mieko on this Esmeralda. This is just not a good lane for Hare.
Flashing off straight away now. Kwashido comes through. Kujo just trying to actually clear out some of the wave itself, giving a little bit of support right here for the mid lane.
Kujo actually messed up taking that jungle camp. It did manage to respawn, so a little bit further behind in EXP than she should be. Tegami trying to challenge.
Going in for a fight. Tura takes down Tegami immediately with the buff on the hands as well now. Pushing on straight to Yue as well as Elan. They had to pull.
I respect the attempt to go for the invade and steal, but I feel like Tegami should have just backed off when she saw so many members of Team Turkey there, and they're going for more.
They're going for more. Kujo takes out Moshi immediately with one more. Double kill right here with 2 players being taken out by Turkey. Now the turtle will be free in the hands of Turkey.
This is already getting out of control very, very quickly. We're only about 3 minutes in. First turtle just claimed, but there is already a 2,000 gold lead in favor of Team Turkey. We talked about how they probably have slightly better early game advantage because of this Kimi and the double fighters. But this is way beyond expectations. Team Cambodia should not be attempting to fight right now.
Agree. We talked about how momentum-wise, mid-game is the only time that Cambodia can strike back just a little bit to the side of Turkey. And too much of the overextension, unnecessary movement, giving the ground to the side of Turkey and Cambodia. They need to step up just a little bit.
Cambodia needs to slow it down. They have a team composition that's good at controlling the map as long as they play around. They're sustained with the Uranus and the Mentor, but Turkey is not letting them.
Ooh, AOG comes in from Nora, just swishing away. Tegami as well as Elan doesn't catch it, but it's still enough for them to just pull through. They're coming around right now as Moshi just swishing off. Kamue trying to actually goes in for the stun, but unfortunately doesn't make through. But does go in for the RWM, but they manage to pull through. Now Nora gets away, doesn't manage to actually had any casualty for the team of Turkey.
Excellent disengage coming in here from Team Turkey. Realizing the threat and then backing off to perfect spacing to avoid the brunt of the RWM. Even the Flicker, Minnow, and Fury wasn't able to keep them long enough for Cambodia's damage to come true. And now they should be plenty aware through practical experience itself that they simply do not have enough DPS yet to actually pressure their opponents. They gotta play it a little slower.
Forcing team fight, trying to pressurize Turkey, and ended up kind of actually a little bit of wasteful resources coming through. But here on out, Fury comes through with the shadow kills right here, takes down Malbay by Fujo.
Excellent ambush. Once again, Team Turkey playing to their strengths, playing to their map control. They know exactly where they need to be at all times, and setting up for a kill in the mid lane instantly allows them to transition to the turtle.
Oh, with Moshi as well, having a struggle moment right here. Pressure pulse, through full heal as well. Uno Hana shuts down Moshi immediately. No backup from Cambodia.
This is slowly but surely falling into the hands of Team Turkey. Everything going according to their plans. The dismantling of Team Cambodia right now. We can see that they really have no control over the map.
Ooh, diving composition by Mieko with the flicker just comes through, shuts down Baobe.
This is very, very difficult now. 5 minutes in, the goal lead is slowly growing even larger. The snowball has officially begun and the game has barely started. We already knew that there would be some concerns with this lineup, but as long as Team Cambodia played it safe and slowly, they could have scaled up into the mid-game. Now that timing is starting to slowly fade away as well. They need this game to last for a lot longer if they want a chance of making up for this.
And the fact that Turkey knows that they're denying every moment and every time for Baobe comes in right here. AOG doesn't need to because Baobe will be shut down by Mieko, but now Fury comes through. RWM trying to hold it up, but unfortunately, it's not going to be it. Raven Spider comes through as well. Will be able to shut down Hui as well as Tegami right here in the hands of Uno Hana.
The playmaking from Team Turkey is so good. The coordination and the confidence. They know that they are in control of this game and no one can blame them for thinking so. The kill score is 10-0. Mieko has completely disabled Baobe and is still going for more, in fact, even picking up the Mega on the Eve.
Mega kill comes through by Mieko, just jumping and diving through every single turret with no casualty whatsoever. And Team Cambodia losing every momentum right here. All the turrets just being really taken away by Turkey.
Something's going to need to happen very soon here. And even I can't really tell what it's going to be. The goal difference now is about 6,000 in favor of Team Turkey. The cores on side of Team Cambodia have not been given any space to farm at all. Every single one of them is 0-2, 0-3. It is one of the most one-sided games we have seen since the beginning of WEC 2025. And at this point, a miracle needs to happen for Team Cambodia.
Miracle that is needed for Cambodia, but coming through right here, Tegami in a very critical questions right here as they had to pull through, but great zoning out comes through by Mieko as well as Uno Hana, just giving that opportunity for Kujo just freely moving around. Coming through right here, Zendaya trying to push in. That turtle will be given out freely for Turkey, but Hui doesn't catch anyone, just to give a little bit of stun airborne as well, but it doesn't have that follow-up. And now coming through right here as they're just pushing in. Kujo, a little bit of diving that is unnecessary, but yet will be able to back things up right here by Nora as well as Zendaya now. Team Cambodia just losing their touch and getting even more back down. But Tegami on the other note, having a little bit of split push on herself.
Honestly, a pretty good trade here. As long as that tower goes down, then the efforts being made by the rest of Team Cambodia are worth it. Looks like it will remain standing, but at the very least, they're able to get some kind of damage done on the map here because Cambodia just needs to find whatever they can, even if it is just the scraps on the ground. Looking at the itemization, the gold difference is really notable at this point. with most of the members of Team Turkey already completed with 2 items, and Team Cambodia still working on their second overall. Flask of the Oasis is done on Ue, but since they did prioritize that as the first item for Minotaur, this hero is going to be a lot less durable, in addition to the extra snowballing that's already been built up. So Team Cambodia, again, needs to try and play this slow, and attempt to play defensively to prioritize keeping as much map control as possible.
The fact that they keep on trying to actually caught Mieko, and Mieko is just too much bear. Have so much sustainability. Mochi doing some damage right here, as Zendaya pushing through as well with the pulse, but somehow it will not pulse through. Goes in for the Falling Star Moon as well, but it doesn't pull through. RWM will be put out, but Mieko just surviving out with the 4 players right in front of her. She slashed, she dashed, but it doesn't come through. Doesn't even manage to actually goes down without a fight at all. And now Team Turkey just pushing the team of Cambodia even more further into the turret.
Esmeralda is the type of hero that you cannot afford to give a snowball to, because this is
បានការ ABA Visa free ទាំងថ្លៃបើក free ទាំងថ្លៃសេវាពេញមួយឆ្នាំដំបូង
to keep the wave synced up and pushing, and that'll allow them to take this Lord for free. If they're able to claim this, Cambodia will have to try and make do with only their inhibitors, and that's going to be a difficult defense to make.
The fact that right here we see Uno Hana doing such a great zoning as well, coming in with the Braver Spider, pushing on straight, gets Elon first of all. Mochi as well had to pull away from the situation, but Shadow Kill comes through from Kujo, shuts down Bao Bei.
And there's really not much that they can do about that. And once again, really good positioning from Team Turkey, being able to find an extra kill after the Lord fight. Team Cambodia was attempting to split their resources, and they did manage to get a tower up top at least. But I think the rest of them should have played it safe. They didn't have their Suyo, they didn't have their Minotaur. There was no reason to be out in the jungle like that.
The fact that right now Team Turkey just punishing, just doing so much, dominating right here for the first round. Cambodia losing every single touch right here. Going in for a little bit of dashing, but at the same time, Mieko, so much of the shredding to the side of Mochi. It's like just water just comes through right here. And at the moment right now, they know they want to push in even more further here for the mid lane.
And we're looking at very solid wave syncing here coming in from Team Turkey. That means that Team Cambodia is going to have an even harder time defending this. Luckily, they do still have their holy defenses. So this Lord shouldn't pose too much of a problem. But as expected, they're going to be left with only their inhibitors after this. They're going to try and preserve this final holy defense in the mid lane.
Again, coming through right now to the bottom side. Mieko, they are a little bit of distance right here, but comes through for the Minister with the side of RWM. Does catch up with just a little bit of Nora though, but Nora will still be able to survive it out. Mieko just going out all out, and Kujo managed to actually steal away the inhibitor turrets on the top side right here. Summerfalls doesn't catch anyone off. Turkey just getting a free pass into the top lane.
Genuinely not a bad initiation actually from Team Cambodia, but the goal difference is just too big at this point. Even with a massive catch, they just don't output enough damage. This Esmeralda's too far ahead, Unohana's too far ahead. They can easily tank a lot of damage without caring too much. And Kujo was not even part of that fight. She was taking a free inhibitor up top. The kill score is still 0 in favor of Cambodia. And as long as this keeps going, there's really no chance for them.
No chance for the team of Cambodia if they keep on messing it up. They will try to be able to do a setup, but it was not enough. But with the Shadow Kill takes down Tegami immediately. Kujo, one by one, getting 403 KDA. No one can stop her when she just goes in for the dive. But right here, we do see Mieko, just a little bit of overextension. AOG comes in, RWM with a help right here with a power shuts down. But at the same time, right here, it's going to be a backstab comes through with Kujo shuts down Mochi, leaving off only 2 players of Cambodia.
With a nearly 10,000 gold lead in their favor now, Team Turkey can basically just brute force their way into the base. And there's really nothing that Team Cambodia can do about this. This game 1 is basically one and done. It's going to take Team Turkey making a huge mistake for any chance of a comeback.
Even coming in right there with the Shadow Kills, Elan just barely scraping alive there. And coming in right now with the mid lane to it, will be able to take it for freely for Turkey right now. They're getting even more closer. The question is right now, we see that Kujo will be taking the Lord right this instant. This might be the second, maybe the last match from Turkey to actually end it all.
This should be a free lord. I don't think Team Cambodia is going to be able to push out at all, especially with Mieko just standing in front of them and holding them back. Kujo will be able to get this just fine. And Team Cambodia can't even push out. You can see how easy it is for Mieko to just 1v4, 1v5 on this Esmeralda. Once again, this is the reason why this hero gets prioritized in the ban so often. If you snowball hard on it, there's nothing you can do.
Untouchable. Nothing can actually shut down Mieko. She will give you so much pressure. Nothing can Cambodia do to the side of Turkey. And right now, even Moso, even Moshi trying to do consecration, it will not do much. It doesn't have much damage to Mieko to a point that she will be managed to survive it out. Mr. Fury comes in, but it doesn't do much of the follow-up to the side of Cambodia right here. As comes through with the Moshi into the front line. It doesn't have any help from the Cambodia teammates, so they go in for the RWM. AWJ comes through as Nora comes from the back line by Crystal right here. Half the line left. Can they actually make it through? It's going to be Crystal